guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I kind of wanted to just have a little chit chat with you guys and let you know my thoughts on the Speedy 30. I am sad to say that I recently sold it, and I have pretty good reasons as to why I did it. Right now I am currently a stay-at-home mom and I am a full-time student, so I decided to quit my job and focus on school. So with that being said, I don't have the money that I used to be able to, make the purchases that I used to in the past or would like to, because, I'm like concentrating more on like my family and like what my kids need, as most moms like could probably relate, right? So I decided to get rid of my Speedy because I was not using it, and it sucks. It was near and dear to my heart because it was one of the first bags that I purchased brand new at the store, where I felt like, okay, I'm getting like the whole experience, like I know what it's like to shop like a luxury store, and I saved forever for it, and it meant a lot to me. But with that being said, I wasn't getting the use out of it that I should have, and that a bag what you're gonna spend money on deserves. So I decided to sell it, and I didn't lose out a lot of money on it. Actually, the bag was in pristine condition. All that it had was a small black pen mark in the inside of the bag, and everything else was immaculate, like super well taken care of, because I baby my bags. And I decided to sell it because now that I'm a mom, I just like hands-free. Like if it's a backpack or a crossbody, I'm super interested. Like I want it, I want to check it out. That's just my style lately, and I find it really practical to just have my hands free, because I talk with my hands a lot, or I'm carrying the kids, or I'm holding someone's hand, whether it's my honey or my babies, or I'm eating, whatever it is, whatever the case may be, I want to have my hands free. So with the Speedy, I either had to carry it in the crook of my arm or I had to hold it in my hand. And while the bag is like classic and timeless and stunning, it is a bag that you have to hold that way, and I particularly do not like the look of a Speedy, a regular classic Speedy 30, Speedy 25, whatever size Speedy. I don't like it when people put handles to make it a crossbody on the actual hardware of the handle that's supposed to be held on your hand, and try to make it a crossbody. I think that, I don't know, like I start to kind of panic. I'm like, oh, they're gonna break their bag, like they're gonna I don't know. I just don't like how that looks, because the bag is not meant to be carried like that. Usually bags that are meant to be carried as crossbodies have a small little D-ring attached to the handle, where you're supposed to clip on the strap to distribute the weight evenly, or they come with like a separate place where you can attach your crossbody or your shoulder strap. That was a deciding factor for me. I wanted to get use out of it, and then I came to the conclusion that, hey, I've been eyeing the favorite in the same type of print, which is the Damier Ebene, which is the brown checkered. I'm gonna go ahead and choose a bag that I'm gonna use right now in this point of my life. And I had a really sweet subscriber. Thank you for subscribing for my channel, first of all. And secondly, I love reading you guys' comments. I love how positive everybody's been. Usually the internet's kind of like a scary place, because people can be really rude and nasty and judgmental, but people who've written to me have been really sweet, and it's been nice to kind of have friends that way, and be able to kind of like chat that way. So she was like, hey, I think that you're going to be using bags that, depending on how your kids grow, like you're going to be changing your bags. And it's so true. Before my kids, I preferred top handles, I preferred crook in my arm bags. It just felt pretty in them, I felt feminine. But with kids, it's like, forget it, I can't do it. I can't. Going back again, I decided, since the favorite was going to be discontinued, I would sell my Speedy 30 to fund my bag, which was the favorite MM. I ended up getting it, and I was really happy with it, so the Speedy had to go. That was the reason why I sold my Speedy. Do I regret it? At the moment, I don't, because I find myself just reaching for my favorite. My hands are free, let's go, I get the kids, and I'm fine. And I still am able to push the stroller with my hands being free, and not like, put the bag over like my wrist, kind of push the stroller and then have the bag like moving back and forth. I'm just hands free, and I'm happy with that. In the near future, I think that I might purchase the bag again, just because it is so big. It's like, it fits everything in there. It's a really spacious bag. Something that did bother me in the beginning of, you know, when I first purchased my Speedy was that I wasn't aware how flimsy it is. You know, you throw everything in there and depending on what it is you put in the bag could lose its shape at the bottom. So what I ended up doing was just buying a small black agenda, and it would just fall in the bottom of the bag, and then it would kind of hold the bag's shape, which was nice, and I'd throw everything in there, and I did use my agenda at the time. That worked out fine for me. It made it almost like a makeshift base, so my bag maintained its structure and its shape. Nowadays, I know there's places that sell bag organizers and stuff that also double as bag shapers, so the bags don't, you know, kind of fold onto themselves, and they look really nice. So if you're planning on getting a Speedy, whether it's a 25, 30 or bigger, I highly recommend the bag. It's a very pretty bag, and it's Louis Vuitton classic. Like, that's not going anywhere. Next time, since I'm smaller, I always felt that bag was too big, I'll get a 25, and I'll get it in the crossbody option, which is the bandolier. So as of now, I'm not really disappointed in my decision to sell it. I know she went to somebody who was barely starting their Louis Vuitton collection and was really happy to receive the bag. So I'm happy in that way, because it's almost like, okay, you know, my first baby is going to somebody else who she's gonna be their first baby as well, and I'm sure they're gonna take good care of it. So that makes me happy. And thank you for stopping by my channel and kind of hearing why I sold my Speedy. I think it is, just to recap, a really beautiful bag. It's functional, it fits everything, it's lightweight, it's meant for travel, it's totally meant for, you know, folding over, putting it in your suitcase, and you know, you're good to go. Just kind of like, you know, pop it open and pop it into shape, shake it into shape, and you're fine. It's a really good bag. But just right now, with my needs, I wanted a crossbody option. I wanted hands-free, and the Speedy 30 just didn't do it for me, so it had to go. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.